Possibly for the first time in its long and storied history, the party in New Orleans is over.
I understand the devastation requires more than one day's attention. It's going to require the attention of this country for a long period of time.
For some, not only are they still living with the physical damage Hurricane Katrina left behind,
you got so many people homeless right now because of that Katrina thing.
But the invisible damage as well.
It impacted me a lot to still that's hurt where I don't want to show it. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm still going through some stuff.
Washington lives in the 8th Ward in New Orleans. He survived several hurricanes and says each one leaves invisible scars that are hard to heal.
It's strange, bro. You never seem like you prepared for it, even if they tell you 2-3 days earlier that something coming, you make that move.
You know, so when you're hit with something that triggers, old feelings, old sensations of being trapped or being scared or being alone or, out of control, then even if it's not the same type of event, it's going to kick up all the same memories and the same feelings.
Lisa Head is a counselor at the Center for Emotional Healing in Baton Rouge. Head says we all are a little familiar with storm PTSD or anxiety. Triggers like rain, dark clouds, a smell, or a sight can cause worrying, stress, hyperventilating, or thinking the worst before a storm even hits.
You might find that you have nightmares, especially if you had big losses in the storm. You might, there might be grief. PTSD can look like a lot of things.
You will see some sobering reports of folks trapped in their homes, water coming up in Laplace right now.
The latest storm to hit our state, Hurricane Ida.
Every single day when I walk in here, every day, and it's frustrating.
Ida tore through Laplace, leaving many like the Crumps flooded out of their homes. Troy Crump, his wife, and their 2 dogs have been living in this state-issued RV for 8 months. Crump is supposed to be enjoying his retirement, but it's hard when contractors run off with his money or just don't finish the job.
I lose sleep, I've gained weight, so it's not good for my health to be under the stress that I've been under dealing with this house.
Crump says with another hurricane season approaching, he is getting desperate.
Me and my wife even thought about looking at YouTube videos to try to complete some of the work. Just how desperate we're starting to get. And I'm telling you, if you've never been in this situation, you can't really understand what we're dealing with, what we're going through.
We're talking to them about their feelings. We help them normalize what they're feeling.
Tanisha Hubbard works with Louisiana Spirit. It's a federal-funded crisis counseling program that offers services like stress management and ways to deal with trauma when there is a presidential-declared disaster, all at no cost.
Writing down those feelings, talking about it, saying, I'm scared, this is different. And then once you recognize what you're feeling and you acknowledge those feelings, then we can work to moving you past those feelings.
I would get out now. I mean, if you flooded with Rita, there's a good chance you're going to flood with this.
As you can see, things are becoming more and more intense.
There are several floors that had all of the windows just blown out.
Lake Charles was hit back-to-back by hurricanes Laura and Delta in 2020.
You're kind of approaching hurricane season with trepidation, with almost a bit of a PTSD from what we went through over the last couple years.
Lake Charles Mayor Nick Hunter has been a voice of reason in Louisiana, advocating for more federal dollars when big storms hit.
When someone sits down right now in this city and wants to talk about their feelings, their emotions, I guarantee you they're not only talking about COVID-19. I guarantee you they're talking about the storms as well.
To help with the mental recovery of a disaster, the city of Lake Charles used COVID funding and partnered with Lake Charles Memorial Hospital to get people the help they need.
And that's okay. So absolutely, mental health resources should be there. I'm not saying that we necessarily have enough, but I am saying that we've been mindful of that and that there are resources out there. If people are interested, if they're willing to take that step and ask for help, we can find them help.
It's a step that a lot of us are afraid to take but must. Louisiana is strong, and all of us feel the pain in some way when these big storms hit us. Just know you are not alone, and there are people out there willing to help in any way they can. We are in this together. In Baton Rouge, I'm Tavarius Haywood.